BluMetric Environmental Inc. is Canada's premier water solution and environmental consulting company. BluMetric provides a full range of environmental consulting services supported by bespoke engineering solutions for emergency, self-contained, and permanent water systems, and is always mission ready with a full range of in-house support to ensure your mission is a success.
Welcome to the Over the Horizon podcast here at Mass 2023. I'm Alan Dale. With me as always my good buddy Jerry Carew, where Gale Force wins. And this conversation is brought to you by BluMetric. So cool the things that are happening here in the last few hours. A lot of great conversations happening. It doesn't happen without some solid organization and connection with the good people from the Atlantic Canadian Aerospace and Defence Association. So on that note, why don't you go ahead and tell us who you are and what you do?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Malinda Matchett. I'm the Provincial Director for ACADA out of Nova Scotia, and I started with ACADA back in November. And I am the Provincial Director, but I also am responsible for some financial pieces of the organization as well.
Right. So, Malinda, you started in November.
Yes.
As a director for Nova Scotia, probably the biggest player,
yes,
I would think, in
yes,
the right. So you would have the most members in the Nova Scotia area.
Yes.
Did you come from this sector before, or are you new to it?
No, new to the sector. It's been like drinking from a fire hose, as they say.
Yeah.
It's such a fun and exciting sector. Throughout my career, I've always more considered myself to be more of a generalist. I've worked across all sectors, all sizes of businesses, and to get to focus in on a sector, I don't think I could pick one that is cooler and better things happening than this particular sector. So it's been really exciting since I've come to start to learn more.
So you're bringing in like a fresh set of eyes, a new lens on it, and what are your impressions of how it's all coming together? Let's speak directly to ACADA, I guess, which has existed for a while before you arrived. Let's talk about your lens on ACADA. How is everybody coming together?
ACADA, I refer to it as being on the cusp of the next level. And I'm really excited to be part of the organization at this time, because we are almost 7 years old, and I think at that point in most organizations there's a shift. And what does that look like? And the industry is shifting, and things are always moving so fast in business that for us as an industry association, we have to move fast too. So the needs of business have changed a lot. We're post-COVID, post-pandemic, coming out of that. What does that look like, and how do we adapt and change? And I think this is a really great time to be part of not just the industry, but the industry association to be able to help businesses at this point.
All of your members, I'm sure, struggle with similar issues, and one of them would be probably attracting top talent.
Absolutely.
And what is ACADA's lens on that workforce development? How do they help their members?
Absolutely. So it, I think, is at the core of everything that we do. We run events, we do programming, and really the focus and the lens that we put on everything has to do with that talent development, because without people, our businesses can't be effective. One of the great things that we've done this year, we've launched a program called our HR Essentials. We've launched webinars, and then we pair our small medium enterprises with the consultant who's run the webinar from the learnings to then take on some consulting work. So whether it's implementing some diversity and inclusion practices, or recruiting mid-senior level managers, or workplace culture and retention practices. So being able to actually help with the financial aspect of bringing on those underlying pieces within a business to be able to alleviate some of the stress within the business, all of that helps it to just run better and to be able to attract a better workforce and succeed.
Sorry, I just want to say that is an incredible thing to bring to membership.
We are very excited. We are very excited about it. It's a little bit new in terms of how we're launching it this year. It's a big undertaking for us, but we are so excited about it because it really is. It speaks to the core of what our businesses need. When we did our membership survey earlier this calendar year, that obviously workforce development and finding and retaining talent was high in the priority list of the challenges that our businesses are facing and our members are facing. So the small things that we can do have big impacts to our members, and we're really excited about bringing our members on and into that program to be able to reap those rewards.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion is not only is it important to ACADA, but you guys are walking the walk, not only talking the talk. So tell me about that lens for ACADA.
In terms of talking the talk and walking the walk, I think that it's important for us to consider all ways of developing and bringing on our own employees, and we want to make sure that the things that we're recommending to our businesses are things that we're doing internally. So making sure that we're developing the policies, and we get to come along with our businesses as they take some of these journeys, and when we're given the information, then we want to make sure that we're not saying that would be great for you to do, but we are also an organization, we're also a business, so we need to be able to show that to our members as well.
ACADA is I find such a giving organization to its members, and quite honestly, you've been great to Gale Force Winds. I mean, you were one of the early adopters of our model to help share this inspiration, and we really appreciate that. But there's something more about ACADA, that genuine desire to see collaboration, to see that rising tide lift all boats. What's the secret sauce there? Why are you so good at this stuff?
I think it's a recognition that we can't be everything to everyone. And I think if we can draw on the expertise that other organizations have and that things that they're doing, and to not duplicate efforts, because there's so much out there that businesses can take advantage of. If we can help hone in for them, if we can help do that, we can't do that alone. We're a small team, and there's no way that we can, because there are people out there who are better at certain things than we as individuals or an organization are. So let them do those things, and let us collaborate, and let us partner, and let us help those organizations take their programs, initiatives, resources further, and likewise back to us. It's the only way that it works. You can't live in a silo, and you definitely can't be an industry association without collaboration across all organizations and resources.
Now, there'd be companies out there watching this saying, should I be a member of ACADA? Is that for me? And what would you say to that company?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have huge benefits to our members. Most of our members see a monetary value of their membership, but it goes way beyond that. The value of events like this, having the opportunity to be part of that concierge service that we offer, of being able to really hone in and say, what can we do for you and how can we help? We don't have a 10,000 member organization. We're fewer than 200, so we can really provide that and know our members and know their needs. That's why businesses in this sector need to be a member.
Now, I find that these conversations tend to spread far and wide, and they wind up on somebody's phone or computer screen, and there'll be people out there looking at career shifts, maybe starting a career, saying, is there a place for me in that sector? What would you say about this sector largely? Is it open for new people to come in?
I think that it is. As I said earlier, such a cool sector, such a great place to be. And as I said, as I was shifting into this role from my more generalist role in business development, it's such a quiet sector. By nature, it's a quiet sector, and as Atlantic Canadians, we don't tend to sing our own praises from the rooftops or from the mountaintops. It's not innate. So it's an unknown industry, and I think that whether you are a technician with a particular skill set that's required in this industry, or you're a marketing professional or accounting professional, why not look to this industry? Because, as I said, there's so much happening in this industry that the opportunities to me are endless, and why not be part of something that's really awesome?
Good things happen at ACADA, there's no doubt about it, but they do not happen without solid leadership. People like you, people like Victoria,
Absolutely.
People like Amanda, people like Alan Campbell, leaning in to get things done. appreciate everything you're doing for this
Absolutely.
industry.
Thank you both so much.
Linda, it's obvious you're a role model, and Nova Scotia should be happy to have you in the province.
Appreciate that. Thank you both very much. Thank you.
BluMetric wants to partner and work with Atlantic Canadian industries and organizations who are concerned about the water health of our planet and the people who inhabit it in an environmentally and culturally sensitive manner. BluMetric wants to join the growing number of like-minded, innovative Atlantic Canadian companies who are changing the environmental landscape for the globe in a world-class way.